Can the darkest sinner become the greatest saint? Can a man whose hands are stained with blood one day create one of the holiest books ever written? Today, we uncover the extraordinary journey of a ruthless bandit whose life changed because of one simple question. A question so powerful that it shattered his entire world and transformed him into Maharishi Valmiki, the revered author of the Ramayana. This is the incredible story of Lohajangha and the 7 great sages, the Saptarishi. A lonely forest road stretched through the wilderness. A rainbow shimmered across the sky. Lotuses bloomed peacefully in a nearby pond. Vultures circled high above. But none of these beautiful sights caught the attention of the man hiding behind the trees. 7 travelers were slowly walking along the forest path. The sight pleased him. 7 travelers meant more wealth to steal, more victims to rob, more blood to stain his sharp scythe. This feared bandit was Lohajangha. Ever since a terrible drought had ruined the land, he had survived by robbing and murdering anyone who crossed his path. Silently, he moved from one tree to another, watching the strangers. As they came closer, he noticed something unusual. These were not ordinary travelers. They walked with calm and grace. There was a strange glow around them. They looked like the kind of people anyone would trust in times of fear, the kind of people who always knew the right path. Soon, they were close enough. Lohajangha jumped onto the road, raising his deadly scythe. He shouted for them to stop and demanded all their valuables if they wished to live. But something unexpected happened. Not one of them looked frightened. Instead, they simply looked at him with complete peace. One of the travelers gently observed that the dried blood covering his weapon, it revealed that Lohajangha would kill them whether they surrendered or not. The bandit admitted it without hesitation. Another traveler, if he was the infamous robber who had been terrorizing this road since the great drought, Lohajangha proudly confirmed his identity. Then came another question. Why had he chosen to live like a wild beast, preying upon innocent people? The bandit answered without shame, "I believe it is better to hunt than to become someone else's prey." One of the travelers calmly replied that pain was not always an enemy. Pain often led to healing. It forced people to grow and become better. Another explained that they possessed no wealth worth stealing. Their greatest treasure was their knowledge, and knowledge could never be robbed. It could only be accepted by someone willing to learn. The bandit grew impatient. He lifted his scythe toward one sage's throat, ready to kill them all. But before he could strike, one of the 7 sages asked for permission to ask him a single question. Lohajangha agreed. The sage asked whether he committed all these crimes to feed and protect his family. The bandit immediately answered yes. He said everything he did was for them, and they knew how he earned his living. They happily accepted everything he brought home. Then came the question that changed his destiny forever. If your family gladly shares the rewards of your crimes, will they also share the punishment? Would they stand beside him in Naraka after death? Would they bear his sins? Would they suffer in his next birth for the murders he committed in their name? For the first time in many years, Lohajangha had no answer. The question pierced deeper than any weapon ever could. Seeing his silence, the sages suggested something simple. He should go home and ask his family. They promised they would wait exactly where they were until he returned. Something about their peaceful confidence made the bandit believe them. He hurried home. One by one, he asked every member of his family. His parents refused to share responsibility for his sins. His children also refused. Even his wife rejected the idea. She told him that not even the scythe he carried would share his punishment, because it had only obeyed the hand that wielded it. The realization struck Lohajangha like lightning. All these years, he had spilled blood, believing he was sacrificing himself for those he loved. Yet none of them was willing to share the consequences of his actions. Heartbroken, he returned to the forest. His hands clenched so tightly around his scythe that its blade shattered. Standing before the 7 sages once again, he bowed with folded hands. He confessed that the very people for whom he had committed countless crimes had abandoned him when it came to his karma. He asked whether there was still hope for someone like him. The sages smiled. "There is always hope," they explained. "Hope lives in the smallest actions, the smallest choices, even the smallest words." Then they gave him one sacred word, Rama. They told him to keep chanting the holy name of Lord Rama until his soul became pure. Lohajangha tried. Again and again he tried. But every attempt failed. His tongue refused to speak the sacred name. With tears in his eyes, he admitted that his sinful life had made him unworthy of uttering such a holy word. The sages understood. Instead of asking him to pronounce Rama, they asked him to say it backwards, Mara. The word meant death, since death had become part of his life. Saying Mara came naturally to him. He began repeating it continuously, Mara, Mara, Mara. As the chant flowed without interruption, the sounds slowly merged. Without realizing it, Mara became Rama. The sages told him that such was the power of Lord Rama's name that even chanting it unknowingly or in reverse could purify the heart. His name, Lohajangha, meant the man with iron thighs. Now they told him he must prove that he also possessed an iron will. The humbled bandit folded his hands and asked who these extraordinary men truly were. They revealed their identity. They were the Saptarishi, the 7 great sages. From that moment, Lohajangha entered deep meditation. Day after day, month after month, year after year, he continued chanting without stopping. 14 long years passed. Nature itself embraced him. 7 giant anthills slowly formed around his motionless body until he completely disappeared beneath them. It was as though Mother Earth herself was preparing him for a new birth. When the Saptarishi returned after 14 years, they gently broke open the anthills. From within emerged a completely transformed man. The Ruthless Bandit was gone forever. Before them stood a radiant sage. The Saptarishi blessed him. They declared that he was no longer Lohajangha. Since he had emerged from the anthills, called Valmiki in Sanskrit, he would now be known as Valmiki. This newly awakened sage would go on to compose one of the greatest epics ever written, the sacred Ramayana. The murderer had become a poet. The robber had become a saint. The sinner had become one of India's greatest sages. This timeless story teaches us that no one is beyond redemption. A single moment of self-reflection can change the direction of an entire life. We alone are responsible for our karma. Others may enjoy the rewards of our actions, but no one can bear the consequences except ourselves. Most importantly, the grace of the divine is available to everyone, no matter how many mistakes we have made. Sincere repentance, unwavering determination, and constant remembrance of God can transform even the darkest soul into a light for the entire world. If Lohajangha could become Maharishi Valmiki, then every human being carries the possibility of becoming better than they were yesterday.